in 2, and Eliza Hill on the inside. Lil's Nightmare and Like a V8 make up the field of 6. They're set, the green light is up, and they're away. Coming out well was Roll the Aces from barrier 2. Eliza Hill on the inside. Like a V8's going forward to sit without cover, and getting into the 1-1 effective at the moment was Lil's Nightmare, but it's easing back, looking to get a bit closer to the pegs as they go out of the straight. And the leader was Roll the Aces from Eliza Hill, and Like a V8 is shortly about to settle 3 the pegs, gets in front of Max Last, who's 4th. 5th position held by That's Art, and Lil's Nightmare has eased off the arm, goes back to the rear of the 6-horse field. They run into the back straight. And out in front and out of trouble by a length and a half is Roll the Aces. Clear from Eliza Hill in the trail. 3 the pegs now was Like a V8. 4 back the peg line was Max Last, tracked by That's Art. And last of all was Lil's Nightmare. And would be about 25 off the front as they work past the Barrostock sign at the 1500 metre mark. Off the back straight they travel. And the leader, going along nicely, Roll the Aces, leads out by just over a length and a half on Eliza Hill in the trail in second. It'll have first use of the Saddle World Shepparton sprint lane in just over a lap's time. Like a V8 is 3 the pegs. There's not much tempo on. 4 back the marker line then was Max Last. On its back then was That's Art. And last of all was Lil's Nightmare, who's just giving Boyo a whack on the back of the head there as they come around the home turn down the straight with 11.50 left to travel. To the winning post, Judge and the Bell. The leader, Roll the Aces, comes down leading by just over a length on Eliza Hill in the trail. On its back was Like a V8, had a cosy trip, tracked in turn by Max Last, who travels keenly in 4th. On its back was That's Art, and Lil's Nightmare still at the rear of the field. They go past the winning post, head past the stables turn, and they make the journey towards the back straight. 8.50 left to travel, and the leader just starts to increase its margin. Gets out by about 2.5 lengths, and that leader is Roll the Aces from Eliza Hill in the trail in second. On its back was Like a V8. Then came on 4 back the peg line was Max Last. Further back then 2 in 5th position, That's Art taking off and given a slap to get going. And straight onto its back was Lil's Nightmare as they work inside the 5.50. The leader's got a margin here of about 4 lengths. Under pressure, Eliza Hill can't find any more, so That's Art gets to second. Lil's Nightmare is running on from further back in the field. Held up was Like a V8. Going past it now was Max Last as they come around the turn. 2.50 to travel. Leader Roll the Aces, still travels well, driven quietly, leads a length and a half. Onto its back was That's Art. Around the outside, coming into it was Max Last. Back on the inside was Lil's Nightmare. They're clear from Like a V8. In the straight, it's Roll the Aces in front. Going for a gallop was That's Art. Down the outside late was Max Last. But the winner will be Roll the Aces. Roll the Aces a length and a, just on a length in the end over Max Last second and Lil's Nightmare third from Like a V8. That's Art Gallop with about 75-100 to go. Cost it any chance, and a long gap then to Eliza Hill, who was at the rear but saw them all safely home.